Good day. Thank you for joining us for today's news. If you find this helpful, please consider subscribing. We're here every day with calm, clear updates just for you.
A violent armed robbery shocked the community in Whangārei last night when a man entered a bar with a firearm, fired a shot into the ceiling, and robbed the establishment at gunpoint. The suspect allegedly assaulted a patron before fleeing with stolen cash in a white Toyota Aqua. A second man is believed to have driven the getaway. The injured patron was treated at the hospital and has since been discharged. Authorities are appealing for the public's help in locating the suspects. With Detective Sergeant Ryan Cooper and the need for community cooperation, the robbery has left local residents shaken, raising concerns about public safety. Community waits for justice.
The Department of Conservation has reversed its decision to reject a permit for the Whangārei gold mine, which could have caused significant job losses. The mine operator, Oceana Gold, defends the miners caused the ongoing tension between environmental protection and conservation.
In Samoa, a devastating dengue fever outbreak has forced the government to close all schools and intensify fumigation efforts. The country is grappling with a sharp rise in cases, with the second child reported to have died from the disease this year. The outbreak has placed immense strain on hospitals, particularly pediatric units, which are operating at. As of early July, over 1,700 confirmed cases have been recorded, with an average of 100 new cases each week. The situation has become even more dire as the country prepares for National Elikar, Sisi, Yufaxi. Similar outbreaks have been reported in neighboring Pacific nations, underscoring the urgency of coordinated efforts to combat the spread of the disease. With no new travel advisories issued, travelers are advised to consult official resources for mosquito-borne illness, and for continued vigilance and international board to protect vulnerable
New Zealand is preparing for a tough week of weather as two separate systems are expected to bring heavy rain, strong winds, and the potential for flooding across the country. Meteorologists have warned that this will be a difficult week for many communities, especially those already dealing with the aftermath of recent flooding events. The first system is set to arrive from the warm, moist tropics, bringing heavy rain and strong northerly winds early in the week. This will mark a significant shift from the recent cold snap and clear skies. The first wave of rain is expected to hit the top of the North Island, including Northland, with a chance of severe gales. At the same time, Fiordland is anticipated to receive a moderate chance of heavy rain on Monday. By Tuesday, the heavy rain will spread across much of the country, impacting areas from Northland down to top, including the Bay of Plenty and Taranaki, the western half of the South Island, from the Marlborough Sounds to Fiordland. Recent flooding events have already caused significant damage in regions like Nelson, Tasman, and Marlborough, with homes rendered uninhabitable, roads damaged, and properties flooded. Local authorities have described this as Mayor Tin King has urged residents to prepare for safety and that of their neighbors. A second low-pressure system is expected to develop in the Tasman Sea and move toward New Zealand, likely affecting the North Island. The system could extend the heavy rain into the weekend, although meteorologists are still assessing its effect on Wednesday, particularly in the South Island, the Rotorua, and the Bay of Plenty. This means that the relief is only temporary, with another wave of weather on the way. As the week progresses, communities across New Zealand will need to remain vigilant and prepared for the portion. The coming days are expected to test the resilience of many regions of Tragically.
More than 15,000 Maori and Moriori cultural heritage items may be in overseas museums and universities, according to recent revelations from Arapanta Hakiwai, the Kahot of Te Papa Hakiwai, who has been with the museum since its opening in 1998, uncovered that many of these artifacts were taken, traded, or sold of Tong. He emphasized that the majority of Maori and Moriori people are unaware of the extent of this loss, calling for the return of these items as a matter of right, not privilege. The repatriation efforts, such as the Karanga Aotearoa program, have seen significant progress, with many museums agreeing to return human remains and other cultural items. The 1984 Timori exhibition had a lasting impact, leading to the restoration of the Wait Pupu Kuera Nui, a symbol of collaboration between Maori and museums. Hakiwai believe museums should play a role in uplifting cultural identity, even if that means returning some tongue to their comedians. This ongoing effort is part of a broader movement to reconcile the past and redefine the purpose of museums in society.
In a thrilling T20 Treasuries match, New Zealand's Black Caps delivered a commanding performance against Zimbabwe, securing a 60-run victory that has set the stage for an intense final at the bat, scoring a crucial half-century and forming a strong partnership with Rachin Ravindra. Seifert's 75 not out helped New Zealand post a tournament-high total of 190 for 6, giving them a solid platform to build on. On the other end, Ish Sodi was a revelation with the ball claiming a career-best 4 wickets for just 12 runs, taking 3 wickets for 5 runs in 2 overs. This feat marked a significant milestone in Sodi's career as he became the 3rd player to reach 150 T20 international wickets. New Zealand's captain, Mitchell Santner, made a bold decision to bat first on a pitch that has historically favored teams batting second, a move that proved to be a masterstroke. The team's depth and the leadership of the coaching staff have been instrumental in their success, with Santner praising the number of players who have stepped up at different times as the Black Caps prepare for the final. Their recent performances have been nothing short of exceptional, and they are determined to continue their dominance in the tournament. The upcoming match promises to be a high-stakes encounter, with both teams eager to make their mark. New Zealand's strong lineup and confident mindset positioned them well for the final as they look to secure a well-deserved victory.
In a tense and dramatic 22-0 Treasuries final, New Zealand's Black Caps secured a thrilling 3-run victory over South Africa. With a strong performance from key players like Devon Conway, Rachin Ravindra, and Matt Henry, the Black Caps demonstrated resilience and composure under pressure. This win marks an unbeaten record in the series and sets the stage for their upcoming Test series against Zimbabwe. South Africa, despite a strong chase led by Luandrone Pretorius, fell short by 3 runs, leaving them with much to reflect on.
In a recent move that has sparked nationwide debate, New Zealand's government has proposed changes to electoral laws, including halting Saturday voter enrollment in general elections. The decision, announced by Justice Minister Paul Goldsmith, aims to reduce the burden on the electoral system called by the Ross. These votes, which take significantly longer to count, have become increasingly common in recent elections. Critics argue the change could lead to lower voter turnout. Labour leader Chris Hipkins described the proposed changes as draconian and anti-democratic, raising concerns about the impact on New Zealand's democratic values. As the nation prepares for the next election, the debate over electioncy and inclusivity in the democratic process. Whether the government's changes will be seen as a necessary step forward or a step backward will depend on how well they balance these competing interests.
The Ware family in Browns Bay are facing a devastating financial and emotional blow after a neighboring unit was bought out by Auckland Council for just $165,000, causing their $710,000 home to become homeowners in flood-prone areas, has raised concerns over inconsistent fall. Jim Ware, Matt's father, believes the council had an obligation to inform them about the buyout's impact on their property. The situation highlights a growing issue among homeowners, as the program has left some families in financial turmoil. Are calling for continued advocates, are calling for continued advocates, are calling for cutting. The Wares are now seeking a rates revaluation, arguing that their son should not be expected to pay taxes on a home that is effectively worth nothing. As the council continues to buy out homes in flood-prone areas, the Wares' experience serves as a cautionary tale for other homeowners.
Rob Hewitt, a former New Zealand Navy diver, survived a 75-hour ordeal at sea after breaking a cardinal rule and diving alone. Now he uses his story to advocate for water safety and drowning prevention. His journey from near death to becoming a safety advocate highlights the importance of respecting the ocean and the power of culpability.
That's all for today's news. We appreciate your time. If you enjoyed this update, please consider subscribing. Your support helps us keep going.